How una day, my people? How are you all doing? I welcome every single one of you on today's episode on Everyday Nigeria. You all know how we do it. Each time you see my face on your screen, you know I'm always here with the juiciest for you. So on today's episode on Everyday Nigeria, we'll be looking into some common red flags in our relationship. And some of us end up terming this as common. But at the end of the day, they end up, cursing a whole lot of harm. And kindly do not forget that I remain your host, Ella. So we'll be looking into all these red flags. So the first one here is lack of communication. Yes, sometimes we don't really read meanings into all of this. I'm here today to tell you that these are currently the foundation, the things that end up destroying relationships. So the first one here is lack of communication. Communication is a crucial element in every healthy relationship. If your partner is unwilling or unable to communicate effectively, it can lead to misunderstanding and conflict. Yes, but this, it means that you have to make sure that you communicate to your partner, because lack of communication might be a common thing, but it causes a whole lot of harm. When you communicate so well with your partner, it makes them feel comfortable, it makes them feel relaxed, it makes them trust you more, it makes them feel conducive around you, it makes them feel gives them this protective and security feeling around you. So it is good for you to communicate with your partner, and when you are not communicating, it is a red flag, and a big one for that matter. So the second one I have here is control and possessiveness. I've come across some people who say that I like people who are possessive, who are controlling. But the truth is, when someone is controlling or possessive, it's really not a good thing to some extent. Yes, because if your partner is overly controlling or jealous, it can be a sign of a toxic relationship. Yes, this one is very true. You should feel free to pursue your interests and maintain relationships with friends and family without fear or judgments. Yes, when you find yourself in a relationship where you're being told who to talk to, which of your family members to communicate with, the kind of things you should do as fun, the kind of people you should roll with, do not talk to this person, the person is always jealous, the person is controlling, possessive, it's not a healthy relationship. This is a red flag. Yes. So the next one I have here is disrespect. There is no two ways about it. A relationship where your partner is not respectful of you, it won't work. Because even if you force yourself for it to work, that red flag that you ignored will continuously be a problem in your relationship. So if your partner regularly belittles you, insults you, or undermines you, it can be of a sign of lack of respect and a significant red flag. Yes, you have to make sure that when you notice any of these red flags in your relationship, do not term them as little. Don't say they are small, it's nothing big, they will change. Make sure you bring it to the surface. Make sure you communicate how you feel about it. Make sure you point out that, hey, this is a red flag. Let's work on this. Because you see, disrespect use a whole lot of things. When someone belittles you, speaks down on you, your values doesn't matter, your point, your perspective doesn't matter, they make you feel stupid, it's a red flag, and a big one for that matter. So the next one I have here is dishonesty. I don't know how many of you who will agree with me on this one, but dishonesty is a big red flag. Yes, because honesty and trust are crucial in any relationship. If your partner constantly lies or tries to hide things from you, it is a cause for concern. If you don't know this, I'm telling you today, kindly please know this. When you have a partner who lies, who hides things from you, who tries as much as possible not to be honest, or even with the little details, this is a red flag. This should concern you. This should be something you should talk about, because dishonesty is a big problem. When someone is not, you can't trust someone. We all know that relationship is all about trust. You need to trust someone to be able to feel vulnerable around them. And I don't think a relationship can stand without you guys being vulnerable to each other at some extent. And for you to be vulnerable, you need to trust someone. So Please, dishonesty is a big red flag. So the next one I have here is lack of empathy. This one, I don't really think some people know this. Yes, this, if your partner is unwilling to listen to your feelings or perspective and lacks empathy, it can indicate a lack of respect for you and your emotions. This particular one has to do with your emotions, your feelings. When you have a partner who doesn't consider your feeling, who doesn't put themselves in your shoe, who doesn't see your perspective, your feelings, this is a big problem, because no matter how you try to present yourself to them, no matter how you try to point out your view, your feelings, they will end up not understanding it because they lack empathy. And this is a crucial problem in any relationship. This can bring down your relationship. And when you ignore red flags like this with a point or mindset that it is small, this will end up come knocking at your door in the future, because it is a big problem. It is a big red flag. So the next one I have here is physical or emotional abuse. Yes, when any form of abuse, be it physical or emotional, it is a significant red flag and a clear sign that the relationship is not healthy. All this boils down to things that makes a relationship not to be healthy. You need to have a good and healthy relationship. Yes, and when physical or emotional abuse comes into it, it's no more healthy. It becomes a toxic one, it becomes a manipulative one. So when your partner is being physical, abusing you physically, emotionally abusing you, this is wrong. This is a big red flag you should look out for in your relationship. When they are not considering you, when they are physically, with words, with their actions, verbally, emotional, blackmailing you, your emotions, this is a red flag, because if you ignore it, it will cause you a big damage in the future. So overall, it is essential to take red flags seriously. That is the point we're trying to make today. It is essential for you to take red flags seriously in any relationship and address them as soon as possible. When you find out that any of this is coming up in your relationship, your partner is exhibiting any of this, and mind you, most of these things are things that we see as if they are normal, they are common. They will change. When they're abusing you verbally, you say, oh, they will change. When the person is disrespecting you, oh, they will change. When they're controlling and possessive over you, telling you who and who not to be with, who and who not to talk with, who and who not to do business with. Yes, it gets so worse to that essence. You end up saying, he loves me so much, she loves me so much. No, this is a red flag. So as you have to know that red flags are serious, are to be taken seriously in a relationship. And as soon as you find any of this, when any of this starts surfacing in your relationship, you need to address it as soon as possible. It is always best to prioritize your safety and well-being in a relationship. Yes, no matter how the love is, no matter how the relationship has been, you should remember, keep it at the back of your head, that your safety and well-being comes first. Yes, we've come to the end of today's episode on Everyday Nigeria. I hope you are enjoying the ride, because I did, and we promise to bring you guys the best content. Kindly follow us on every of our platforms displayed on your screen. Thank you.